show y'all how I've been making my coffee this week. Got a percolator, and I love collecting and finding, and when I remember, using Carnivore. I can't store my, I don't store my meat in it because the way I eat, but I just love old Carnivore. This one doesn't have a pattern on it, but anyway, this was my mom's. I hijacked it from her. She still has a little teapot, and I'm just waiting to steal that one. But anyway, so my coffee, for the past several years, when I make it, I use my Keurig. But I was watching a video the other day about how smooth, it was Cowboy Ken Rollins, and he was talking about how smooth Cowboy coffee is, and how he cooks it over his campfire, because he is actually a cook for some group of cowboys, and now he was for years and years, and now he uses all his knowledge and share stuff. Well, anyway, you can follow him on YouTube, Ken Rollins. So anyway, I was watching his video. He talked about how smooth the coffee was because he makes it in a metal pot that's been I guess coated in something, and he talks about how good it was, and I was like, I have a percolator. I wonder how that would be. So I pulled this out a couple days ago, and in the evening time, because it took about 20 minutes, I think, for this to work. This is actually the insides of it. The way a percolator works is you put your water in. I think it was like up to here, and then it has this little metal stand, and then it has this that you put the grounds in, and that little hole inside there goes right onto this, and then you have this lid. So the way it works is water comes up out of this hole, and then the water from the bottom, it bubbles up and then drips down through here and down into the grounds, and then the bottom of this you see these teeny tiny holes. So I've got the camera turned today. I want to see if it makes a difference in how this video looks. So if you can't see, I apologize. But it has holes through the top of it, holes up here, holes on the bottom. So it just basically, water goes up and through, up and through, up and through. And so you let that run for 4 or 5 minutes, and then you get your coffee. Well, I think I'm going to have to find a different storage system, because this is Mom's from the 50s when she got married, or 60s, whenever it was she got married. That's how old this one is. So this is literally from the 50s and 60s. And there actually was a recall on the original one, which is this one, because the band, the epoxy underneath this band, it dissolves, I guess, over time for being heated, and so coffee comes out of here. I don't know if you can see my counter, but I've got coffee dribbled along here, and so when I went to pour it, it was just flowing or dripping from underneath the metal part. So anyway, I'm gonna have to reevaluate my storage system. I'm gonna have to pick up some type of container to store it in. And actually, I think I have something. Hang on. Well, I pushed the button. Okay, I like this better because it's see-through. So this will be a much better vessel to hold things. Pitcher was the word I was looking for. But, so I'll be able to just pour it into there. But inside here, you can see that the metal starts there, and then that right there is where it changes to this corning material. And so that's where the leak is. So anyway, yeah, this, I tell you, it sure did make some smooth coffee. I tasted it. I could almost drink this without anything in it. I mean, I could if I ran out of stuff. But this morning I microwaved this. And this is what I've been doing in my coffee. I'm still adding my chocolate salt from Element. Still adding that. And I'm still adding my coconut cream. 2 tablespoons of my coconut cream. I'm not sure if I nuked it long enough for it to be hot or not. I haven't stuck my finger in to find out. And what I've been doing is topping that off with almond milk. Just to help, because I usually add ice. But almond milk is only 30 calories per cup. And since I'm not, and I think it's only 1 carb per cup. And I'm only adding about that much. So that's how I'm making my coffee these days. Let's see if it's hot or not. Nope, that's cold. Which is fine. I like cold coffee too. I just was worried that the chocolate salt would not mix up, but it did fine. So that's how I'm drinking my coffee. That's how I'm making the coffee, is with my percolator. So I'll make some more later on. But we got a busy day, y'all. We've got ground beef gonna cook. I've got chicken gonna cook. And I've got some stew meat that I'm going to cook. And it's too early. I'm not starting all that yet. But when I do, I'll let you know like why and the amounts I plan on having this week. I have my slow cooker liners. So the reason why I don't know what's going on my camera side, or yeah, I have my phone turned the other way. What I don't like about my videos on YouTube is that you only see, it's like here's the screen, your TV screen, but here's the video. So I don't like that, and I'm wondering if I turn the phone, if that will make it look normal. If, you know, like the same size of the screen, or if it's because instead of this way, it's this way. So I don't know. I guess that would make more sense. If maybe if I have to start turning the camera, but then it may look crooked. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I've got my liner in on this one. This is going to be the 93% ground beef. I'm going to have 2 of them. So my plan is to have, hang on, let me just write it down because I keep saying I'm going to tell you. And just a second. Okay. So, oh, I got my coffee going. Hang on, I'm going to show you how this looks. Don't get dizzy on me. See? See it bubbling? So that is what's being pushed out of that little thing in the center. And so that it's clear so you can see how's my coffee looking. And my coffee's looking good. So I'm going to turn off the thing. And now I'll just let it cool down and then I'll pour it into that pitcher. It's 9 cups is what it holds. So that's how my coffee's doing. get you situated. Oh, see more of my cabinet. But, well, that's how it is. Anyway, okay, so I wrote it down, and breakfast is going to be 6 ounces of 80-20 meat, whether it's 2 burgers, whether it's stew meat, whether it's ground beef, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be 6 ounces of 80-20, and that is 500 calories for breakfast. No, 580 calories for 6 ounces of 80-20 for breakfast. So then lunch, I'm going to make, because I'm still focusing on calories, and because yesterday I was literally so sad, but so glad. I was 0.4 ounces away. I was down 99.6 pounds, according to the scale. So that means I'm literally 0.4 ounces away from 100-pound weight loss. So the calories are obviously working. So I do want to continue that. Damn it. Somebody come here, down there on the ground, on the floor. Sammy, get that, down there. Thank you. I dropped some hamburger on the floor, and I need somebody to lick it up. I've got another burger to put in here, but I want to get my wrapper in here. Okay, here you guys. Here. Thank you, and thank you. There you go. I can't call them into the room and not give them something. That's just plumb mean. This one is going to be from a chicken. Okay. But if I'm going to dirty up gloves, I just would rather dirty them up once. And so I should have had to put the things in both of them. Okay. So now, oh, here you go, because it's just your puppy dog. You didn't get one. You didn't come in when I called. The perils of not coming in when you are whistled to a room. Okay. I've got some stew meat that I'm going to be doing later. Oh, I don't think I finished, did I? So breakfast is going to be, breakfast is going to be the stew meat, or 6 ounces of 80-20 meat, whatever meat I have. And that's 580 calories. Lunch is going to be 12 ounces of 93%, which is 510 calories. So isn't that something? Twice the amount of, twice the weight of the 80-20 in the 93%, but yet it's the same amount of calories. And then the supper is going to be 7 ounces of chicken, which is 315. No, hang on. 350, so 350 calories. So altogether, that's going to be 1,440 calories per day. Now, my goal, or my thing is 1,600. So what does that leave me with? That leaves me with about 100 for my coffee. So, and then that leaves me some room for something like, I did not buy any more veggies, because I'm not going to, spinach, because I'm trying to see if that stops the diarrhea. So no more spinach, no more cabbage right now. So but I do have like that Normandy blend that I like. I think that's like 30 or 40 calories in 2 cups. So I could have that, you know, and then if I find I'm still having diarrhea, then I will stop that. But it leaves room for something like that. It leaves room for something like cheese. It leaves room for some, you know, just hang on. Let me make sure I turn this one on because I always forget this one. Okay, it's on low, and I feel this one heating, so this one is working. So yeah, so it's all, and then the meat itself will be $14.40, and then that allows room for the coffee and the veggies. And like I say, any kind of extra stuff that I may want to add. It leaves 200-ish calories. So that's what I'm looking at this week, and that's why I'm making. I know usually sometimes I season my chicken because chicken is super bland, but the broth that's left over from this is going to the dogs, so I do not want to season either of these because that, you know, I don't want the onions and the pepper and the, you know, the adobo and salt. I don't want all that to go in to what my dogs already eat. So yeah, so we got these going. Later on I'll do the stew meat because that's I'm going to be doing in my air fryer. And then we're going to try that Kelly Hogan thing. She did a TikTok about how she does it, and she's been eating meat bars for a while, so we're going to attempt, I've never done it yet, so it may be a total fail, but we're going to attempt to make her meat bars later. I have the air fryer warming up, and we were going to start the process of how I like to do my stew meat. This is what I was doing sometimes when I come home from work and have the stew meat for supper. Hello. Okay. Stew meat number 1. Just going to pour it. Whoop. Just dump it in. There we go. I'll put it in. I said 350. I'll set the timer for about 4 minutes, and I'll come back and we'll shake it up in 4 minutes. We have 30 seconds. You know, something I've been wondering about, this loose stool situation, if it does not clear up, you know, with taking away the spinach and cabbage, I kind of wonder, Dr. Sivas, the carb addiction doc, here on YouTube and all over, he was saying that salt helps take care of, fix constipation. So part of me wonders if it doesn't get better with taking away the spinach and cabbage, if it could be this water. I'll let you know if it doesn't go away, because you know I tell y'all everything. I use about a half of a packet, or if I'm using the kind in the container, I do half a serving of that every time I fill that water jug. And to be honest, I drink probably 3 or 4 of those a day. Some days more, some days less. So now I'm just kind of shuffling up my beef. And I'm going to put it back in. for another, I'll do another 4 minutes, and I'll come back and show you. I don't think I ever finished reading to you all. Hey again. I don't think I ever finished reading to you all my macros. So 6 ounces in the morning, it's 580 calories. And that's 80-20. 12 ounces of 93% is 510 calories. 7 ounces of chicken for supper is 350 calories. Total is 1440 calories, 142 protein, 0 carb, and 90 grams of fat. So it's 142 protein to 90 fat. So what that equals, whenever I looked at the percentages, it's 60% fat and 40% protein. That's the fat to protein ratio. So that's what it's going to be, is 60-40. I know, you know, sometimes you watch other people and you hear them talk about their protein to fat ratio, and so that's how that equals out. Like I said, I'll let you know how all that works at the end of the week. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that looks good. Some of them are done more than others, and that's okay. Some of them are pink, and that's okay, because I will be, I'll be putting this in the microwave at work. So, sorry about that. I have a looky-loo on the other side who's wanting a bone. He heard his brother and sister get a treat, so he thought he needed one too. Now we're going to do another stew meat. I also have chuck eye in here, 2 of them, and I'm going to cook them just like I do this in here. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is just I'm going to store it all right in here until I get all these done. I'll show you that. Okay. I got my all these done. The chuck eye, just finished that one. And I cut the chuck eye up into bites also. So now I'm going to stir this up a little bit, and I'm going to go on and make my 6 ounce serving, 6 ounce breakfast. I'm going to be making my breakfast. And I don't think it matters which order I eat it. I think it doesn't matter if I eat the 6 ounces for breakfast or if I eat the 6 ounces for supper. I think none of that matters. Whoop, that's grams. Oh, I don't know if I zeroed it. And I did not. I don't know. I have no idea what matters and what doesn't matter. But what I do know is that I stay fuller whenever I have this 80-20 for breakfast instead of the breakfast casserole. And since I'm trying to keep it under under 1,600 calories, so you don't need I don't need to have y'all watch me do this, but this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be lining these up, getting all my breakfasts ready, and then I'll move on, and then I'll come back and show y'all the chicken thing. And this made 9. So I'll have 9. And I'll put a B on them or something, so that way I know it's my breakfast. But there's a sticker from before. These are not seasoned because, knowing me, I may do something like add a little cheese to it, or add a little cream cheese, or add a little who knows what. So there's my breakfast, and the crock pot is still going, so I'll show you those later, and then I'll show you the chicken thing in a second. So I've been asking Kelly Hogan to make a video on how she does her meat bars. Well, she kind of did one on TikTok that I saw, and I'm going to try it. Mine doesn't do a countdown. Like if I turn it on 400 and set it for 7 minutes, the timer starts then, I'm pretty sure. So she does not use a timer. Well, she puts it in, she turns it on at 400 and sets her timer for 7 minutes and doesn't preheat it. But like I said, I don't think mine is like that, because it seems like it starts counting right away. So I am preheating it a little bit. And maybe I'll do it like 7 minutes, but she just dumps the meat in. She takes a knife, she separates them a little bit, and then a little bit. Kind of leaves it loose, which doesn't make sense how it would make a bar, but hey, doesn't make sense to me. But she kind of leaves it loose and then does it for 7 minutes. I have a feeling this is not going to be a bar when I'm done with it. Mine isn't working as smoothly as her TikTok video does. So let me do 7 minutes and we'll see how she does. Okay, they're done. Well, I guess kind of a bar, a stringy bar. Oh, here, let me scoot forward. Sorry. So that's how mine look. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got them done fast. That's cool and all. But I will use some of these for my chicken suppers. Which suppers I'm doing 7 ounces. Well, there's not enough to do 2 of them. So, oh, okay. Got some juice on the bottom of it. Pour some into here too. My co-workers were making fun of me last week because I was calling it chicken juice or beef juice. And they're like, that's not juice, it's fat. I'm like, hey, you call it what you want, I'll call it what I want. So I guess I need to make it equal 7. Well, that's 8. Okay, there we go. So this one I'll put a big S on for supper, because I put B's on the 80-20 ones. So these I'll put an S for supper. And like I said, it doesn't matter the order, but what I'll know when I'm pulling it out of the freezer is that I need a B and an S and an L. So I need a breakfast and a lunch, which is in the crock pot, and supper. So I'll know that I need a BLS every day, and I won't grab 2 B's or 2 S's or 2 L's. I'll know that I need one of each day, and then whatever I choose to add to it is perfectly fine. Here's the fruit of our labor. We have breakfast, lunch, and supper.